over 30 years, Point of Grace has shared music, faith, and friendship with listeners across the country. Now Denise, Lee, and Shelley are inviting you into their circle. Welcome to Circle of Friends, the podcast.
It's Point of Grace.
Each week they're talking real life, current events, stories of true friendship, wisdom from God's Word, and all their favorite things. If you're looking for a little company, a few laughs, and a lot of Jesus to hold it together, Circle of Friends, the podcast is waiting for you. Subscribe now wherever you listen or watch podcasts, and circle up with Point of Grace.
Welcome to Medicare Moments, America's favorite Medicare podcast, with America's favorite Medicare podcast host, Toni KIng. Hi, Toni KIng.
How are you doing, Jim? And one thing we do is we let people know what's really going on with Medicare. And you've got to know what's happening with Medicare because it's what you don't know that will hurt you.
So, Toni, today we're going to Lubbock, Texas, and the title of today's Medicare Moments is "The Doctor No Longer Accepts Medicare. How do I file a medical claim?" Hi, Toni. I recently enrolled in Medicare. This week, I went to see my primary care doctor, and his office manager informed me that they're no longer accepting Medicare. Instead, I will have to pay the complete bill up front and be reimbursed from Medicare. His office is small, and the doctor will be retiring soon. I'll need to find a new doctor. Toni, can you please explain what I need to do to submit the doctor bill to be reimbursed by Medicare? Beth from Lubbock, Texas. Toni, can you be reimbursed by Medicare?
Yes, you can, but you're going to be reimbursed for what the Medicare amount is. If the doctor charges you $1,000 and Medicare says it's only going to be $500, you're reimbursed the $500. There's a different situation with the Medicare amount that they're charging and how much the doctors charge. So that's why some doctors have gone with the concierge service because they get paid a fee. But that concierge service is not filing with Medicare. You've got to take that bill and file it yourself, and that's fine. You can be reimbursed.
So the question then would be, are you charging Medicare rates or different rates? Is that a fair question to ask your doctor?
He's charging whatever rates he wants to charge. He doesn't have to charge Medicare rates.
Okay, because they're different.
That can be massively different. As long as that doctor is accepting Medicare and charging the Medicare rate, you'll see a major difference. And you can see it when you get your claim and it'll say the Medicare rate was this, Medicare paid this. If your doctor is not accepting Medicare, you can go to Medicare.gov to file the claim and be reimbursed the Medicare rates. That's important to know.
That's important to know. We're going to talk more about that. You're listening to Medicare Moments. Toni KIng is your host. Thanks for joining us today. Please tell your friends about this great podcast because the information that you get is so important to make your Medicare life experience the best that it can possibly be. We'll be back right after this.
Need a daily spark of hope and direction? Let the Daily Bible app from Salem Media be that spark. This free Android app delivers an uplifting verse each morning, plus reading plans, devotions, and trusted podcasts from leaders like Joyce Meyer and Rick Warren. Prefer to listen instead? The Daily Bible app reads verses, reading plans, and chapters aloud, handy for the headphones moment of your day. Choose from versions like ESV, NIV, KJV, and more, and bookmark favorites to revisit later. Share inspiring messages with loved ones right from the app. Feel God's presence in every notification. Search for Daily Bible app on Google Play and begin your day with hope, purpose, and peace.
Medicare Moments is the podcast. Toni KIng is your host. I'm Jim Glagowski. My pleasure to join you today. And we're talking about how to file a medical claim with Medicare. And what Toni said before the break is so important. What your doctor charges may be different than what Medicare allows for the same procedure. So you may only be reimbursed the Medicare rate and not the full out-of-pocket expense. Right, Toni KIng?
Correct. And one thing you need to know is a lot of doctors only accept their original patients. If you're a new patient, they may not accept you. So make sure the doctor is accepting new Medicare patients, people that are on original Medicare. Total different ballgame than If you're on a Medicare Advantage and you've got a PPO or an HMO plan, or an HMO or PPO, whichever way you want to go, those are different. That's Part C of Medicare. Original Medicare doesn't pay because you technically are out of Medicare. You're in that Advantage Plans network. So we can discuss the tips, what people need to do. It's really simple.
What's that, Toni? What do people?
How to file the claim with Medicare. It's very simple.
How do you do it?
You just go to Medicare.gov and you download the claim form, and it's a CMS 1490S. It's the patient's request for a medical payment, and you file that claim, and then you'll be reimbursed whatever that amount is that Medicare says that claim should be. They'll send you the money, or they'll say, how would you like to be reimbursed? And they may do it by check, or they may just go ahead and pop it in your checking account, however you file the claim. But Medicare's number is 1-800-Medicare. That's all you got to do is hit 1-800-MEDICARE.
Which is 800-633-4227. 800-633-4227. That's Medicare. Makes it easy.
And Medicare can help you. You know, some people have a hard time filing a claim. You've got some people that are 80 and 90 years old and still living at home by themselves. They have no clue how to file a claim. Call Medicare. Medicare will be glad to help you.
Okay. Yeah. That's something good that you can do. Call Medicare. They'll be glad to help you. You can find out more about how to do this and how to do other things on your website.
Yeah, on the Toni Says website. And we also, what you've got on the Medicare website is if you need to open up a prescription drug plan, you can do that there. You can research it. You can change your card. You know, if you need to get a new card, maybe you lost it, you can go on the Medicare.gov account and download your Medicare card. There's a lot of things you can do at the Medicare.gov website. That is really the best website the government has, I think. You and I have used it a lot.
We've used it a lot. So you can reach out to Toni. You can call her any time of the day or night. Leave a message at 832-519-8664, 832-519-8664. Send her an email, info@tonisays.com, and that's TONISAYS.com. And tonisays.com is also her website. You can buy books there. You can get the free download, How to Enroll in Medicare. You can buy her book, The Medicare Survival Guide Advanced Edition. That's sitting there waiting for you too. You can go there and buy that book. And you can also take advantage of her webinars. You can get to see Toni up close and personal on your video screen by downloading the webinars and seeing them. So Toni, the goal is to try to help in as many ways as possible to make your Medicare life experience all that it can be and a bag of chips. Right, Toni?
And they need to realize to be careful with who they're talking to. We keep saying this on the different talks that we're doing, but people get caught up when someone calls them and they really think that that person is trying to help them. And they don't realize that person is from another country just getting their information so they can make a sale.
Yeah, well, basically they have a sheet in front of them that tells them if the person says this, say that. If the person says this, say that. Ask this question, ask that question. They don't really know about Medicare. They know how to market.
That's right.
Whole different thing.
And when you call different insurance companies, you end up getting someone from another country. Mm-hmm. And you need to make sure if you're not happy with what that person says, then tell them to get them back to the home office in the States. That's what I do.
Well, thank you so much for listening to this edition of Medicare Moments with Toni KIng. Toni, back to you.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot, Jim. And 2026 is going to be an exciting year. And let's just see what all happens. I appreciate it.
Well, hi, I'm Lori LeBay, and I wanted to tell you about Alzheimer's Speaks, which is another great podcast. You see, my own mother lived with dementia for 30 years, and I felt lost. Did you know every 3 seconds someone in the world is being diagnosed with dementia? Odds are it's going to hit your families too. We want to help you connect to services, products, tools, research, and stories so you can be prepared. Please subscribe to Alzheimer's Speaks on your favorite podcast platform.